Hi, Louise from Spiral Bright Insight. We've got something quite exciting happening this weekend, so I wanted to do a short video just to kind of talk through how I'm feeling the energies. It's been a really big week. The Aquarian energy is really strong because we had Pluto and the Sun move into this sign last Saturday, and then we had our full moon yesterday with the axis of Aquarius and Leo being activated through that full moon energy. And it has been, that moon has been stunning. I mean, I can't see if it's, I think it's set now, but it's just been so bright and so, I just know, present in the sky. There was a moon bow around it for the previous 2 nights, and in the mornings when I've been getting up. Yeah, just incredible. So, what's going to happen tomorrow, Saturday the 27th of January, is Uranus is stationing direct. Now, this obviously happens every year because Uranus spends 5 months in retrograde motion. But it is a particularly strong station this time because of the Aquarian influence. So Aquarius is Uranus's ruling planet. No, Uranus is Aquarius's ruling planet. So, you know, this adds a real sort of weight to this particular station. Now, it's stationing at 19 degrees 5 minutes of Taurus. It has been retrograde since August. And Uranus is one of the outer planets, so it doesn't necessarily affect us so much at a personal level. It is more of a collective energy. However, when it goes into retrograde motion, it forces us to go inwards and to sort of look at our inner world and our inner self. So, you know, we've had 5 months of really sort of being encouraged, invited to really look at how we trust in ourselves and how we value ourselves. And it's also been a time of, you know, really building up the courage to be the authentic versions of ourselves, and to be open to change and inner change. Now, obviously, with the full moon in Leo yesterday, it's that kind of almost feels like a culmination of that really powerful energy. But it's definitely been a time of personal reflection. I don't know if you've sort of been aware of that. I'm only really becoming aware of that now as I look back. But yeah, with these outer planets, when they change direction, it does... we can feel it, because I know Pam Gregory sort of compares the outer planets to like a big ship. Obviously, you know, these it takes a while for them to slow down so that they can change direction. But when they do, it is it's quite a big we notice, we can feel it. And again, you know, I was thinking, if you think, I used to do a lot of aqua aerobics, and the instructor would get us sort of in a circle and we'd be going around in one direction, sort of running or jogging through the water, and then she'd say switch direction, we'd all have to change, and it would be like the force of the water and the impact in that changing of direction really sort of pushed you back. It was really quite it was forceful, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here with this station. It's, you know, someone else described it as the giant awakening, which again, you know, it's, yeah, it feels like a big deal. Now, Uranus represents our sort of higher consciousness, and sort of the way humanity thinks. As I said, it's very linked to Aquarius, keep getting a pickle there, which is fixed air. So it is very much of the mind. So whereas Mercury is kind of our personal minds, Uranus is the collective mind, with, you know, Aquarian being the collective humanity. And Uranus is really all about waking us up. It is always going to threaten the status quo. and, you know, shaking things up, waking things up, breaking through anything that has been stuck, causing chaos. You know, we can't really avoid that truth. Uranus does not sort of work in a predictable way. So, you know, we can never really be sure what's going to happen when Uranus is activated in the chart. It's very eccentric, it's very maverick. Like I said, it's all about change, threatening the status quo, disrupting, and really bringing the unexpected. So, you know, that kind of famous quote, expect the unexpected when Uranus is active, sort of rings true. Now, it's also very electrical energy. So I'm kind of keep getting this vision of like a lightning bolt coming down from the sky, which is kind of what Uranus is doing. But because Uranus is in Taurus at the moment, which is the fixed earth sign, it really feels like, you know, wherever you have become stuck, stagnated, really fixed, kind of really, you know, stuck in your ways, unwilling to change, sort of very much in your comfort zone. You know, with Taurus, it can become very, what's the word, just where everything sort of, you know, becomes completely solidified. And Uranus is here to break that apart. But unfortunately, Uranus is not always particularly gentle or necessarily even benevolent. It's certainly, its duty is to wake you up and shake you up and break you out of things for your greatest and highest good. So the end result and the intention is really pure, but the way it happens can sometimes be, yeah, it's like a real jolt from, you know, out of the blue, lightning bolt, something comes from left field that you really didn't anticipate or see coming, so unpredictable. But this is all about becoming unstuck. Now, because Pluto is also working with Aquarian energy right now, which is very much about transformation and evolution of humanity and the collective, this station just feels even stronger. And with the Sun in Aquarius as well, yeah, this is kind of why I wanted to do this video. We're going to notice or feel, because when that things are going to really speed up, because when Uranus stations direct tomorrow, that means all our planets are in forward motion. So there's a real kind of whoosh, let's go. Everything's heading forward now. Sort of, there's no, well, there's always time for inner reflection, but it's more about the collective and what's going on, you know, the bigger picture. Obviously, Aquarius is very sort of encompasses the whole world, which we've been seeing a lot more of. So when things happen, it's going to affect all of us rather than just sort of pockets of, you know, parts of the world individually. So yeah, we can expect some quite swift, possibly unexpected changes. Now, I did mention the electrical energy. I've noticed some quite strange things going on with technology in the last week, so be aware of that. That, yeah, things do feel a little bit sort of, well, a little bit freaky. So yeah, so just be more aware, certainly over the weekend, as this energy really ramps up. Now, the other thing I wanted to bring into this, because it happens on the same day and it feels connected, is the diamond star Rho Cancri, or 55 Cancri. Now, I talked about this star in my full moon video, but the sun is going to come into an exact alignment with it on Saturday, not long after Uranus stations. Yeah, it's more at 7 degrees of Leo. I think I said it was 6 degrees in the last video I did, but I've been trying to get the exact coordinates. So now this is an opposition, because the sun is in Aquarius and Rho Cancri is in Leo. And sometimes when there are oppositions, it's not as strong as a conjunction, because you're kind of, you know, there's distance in between the star and the planet. But when we are talking about diamonds, if you think, you know, it is like, you know, the sun is going to be shining its light on the diamond star. So when the sun shines its light on a diamond because of the structure of a diamond with all its many facets. The sun the diamond will refract the light of the sun, and, you know, sending off sparkles of light in all different directions and also in all different colours. And, you know, this is about sort of bending light and shifting light and spreading light around, but in a very sort of unpredictable way, one that creates absolute beauty and magic and marvel. You know, if you you know, I've had one of those diamond light catchers in my window in the past, and the way it sort of, yeah, causes these reflections, it's beautiful. So you know, this is kind of the image that I'm getting of this you know, this activation, creating these different streams of light and sparks of light all around. But also, you know, with the diamond planet 55 Cancri, the energies of that planet being activated, you know, we are really being asked to consider our value and our worth, because, you know, diamonds are one of the most valuable stones that, you know, we have in our world. And also to think about how far we've come, because, you know, diamonds are created from something that is, you know, effectively a piece of coal, but when applied with extreme pressure, it becomes and transforms into this beautiful diamond. So again, there's this message of, you know, we are going through the mill right now. It feels like that. It's very intense. But, you know, what can happen when we experience and go through this time of huge transformation with the pressure that is being applied? You know, no one's sort of thinking it's easy right now. I don't know anyone who's having a particularly easy time, but it just feels like it's here to remind you that, you know, sometimes change and transformation does take that sort of effort, but the results and the rewards will be, you know, beyond what we can imagine. And, you know, the fact that, you know, when we talk about ascension, we're talking about shifting from a carbon body into a more crystalline sort of diamond-based physical vessel. Again, you know, with so much more light coming in, it feels like this, again, is just another sort of point on the path and on, you know, basically to that end destination. So really beautiful activation for us there. And again, you know, with the diamond light codes coming through, it's shifting our bodies, it's shifting our energy, it's increasing the frequency and the vibration. Diamond energy is very purifying as well. So again, it's helping us to sort of become unstuck, you know, where we've become fixed, where we've become stagnated, that sort of energy is helping. It's also bringing insights, downloads. So again, this weekend is amazing, you know, if you do have the opportunity to meditate or to connect with sort of star energies and star beings, you know, this is a brilliant time to do it. So it feels like a really exciting time, you know, yet another one. There's many more to come. Obviously, Uranus is going to be working its way up towards its meet with Jupiter in April, which again is going to be huge. But for now, it just feels like, you know, yes, we're going to experience change. Yes, it's going to be turbulent because, you know, sometimes we have to be shaken out of our, I want to say stupor, but, you know, I think so many of us have been sort of moving along almost fast asleep to what's going on and kind of who we are and our potential and all of that, you know. And I talk a lot about this in my videos, but this feels like a real sort of shake up, wake up call. And sometimes, you know, if people are in a deep sleep, they have to be kind of roughly shaken awake because they're kind of refusing to come around. So that's potentially what we are dealing with. But again, who knows? It's just the energies. We don't know how they're going to manifest. But yeah, time for another big shift, I feel. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Louise at Spiral Bright Insight, and have an amazing weekend.